Time for a spiritual awakening. Time for a spiritual awakening.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Awakening 101. My name is Reverend Jerry Yaakov. I'm your host. Today we'll be reading out of a daily word by the Unity Publications, Unity Church. And today is a reading from Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. The title of the reading is Joy. I discover joy as I live from my divinity, as the title. During a moment of darkness or uncertainty, I may lose touch with my joy. Today I remember the joy of the Lord is my strength. Even if my attention is on external concerns, events beyond my control, or a past I cannot change, I remain grateful for the spiritual tools to turn from darkness to light. I meditate, concentrating on my breath. My breath reminds me of the activity of God, because God is life, flowing through me right now. I am a joyous child of the divine. In joy, I welcome new ideas, fulfill my creative nature, and am healed, prospered, and blessed. My outlook and attitude are cheerful and positive because the light, love, comfort, grace of God are always mine. And a quote from Psalms 94:19. When the cares of my heart are many, your consolations cheer my soul. Well, let's go back and comment on some of this, and meditate on this as well. It is a very uplifting reading on joy. Joy, of course, is synonymous with spiritual truth that's within me, the source, the infinite intelligence that is mine, in my mind, as my soul. It is joyful. This infinite intelligence, this universe of love, wants me to be happy, instructs me and guides me to happiness and peace. And there are, of course, so many readings, so many ascended masters, spiritual guides, all able to guide me, uplift me when I turn my mind and my heart towards them. Everything is within my mind. I am a holographic one with the one. God is the great I am. I am part of the great I am, made in the likeness and image of God. I am love. I am eternal happiness and joy. I am an energy that goes beyond the physical to the cosmos and the metaphysical, that lives in the heart of God as eternal love and Christ. This is the truth. I bring it to my mind and I bring it to my heart. This provides me with great abundance, great prosperity, great wellness, great joy, and great peace. There is nothing that cannot be mine with the infinite intelligence and infinite possibilities that exist through my higher power, which I call God. This is the truth. I embrace the truth. I live from the truth every morning, every noon, every evening, every bedtime, every awakening the next morning. All of this is within my mind. The depths are forever deepening, extending, expanding. There's no limit. I have no limit. God is limitless and changeless. God is eternal. God is omniscient and omnipotent. and I can partake of this omniscience and omnipotence because it is one with me and I one with it. All I need to do is go within my mind and ask, what is your will, God, for me? What am I to say? What am I to do? How am I to be today? Primarily, the message is forgiveness. Be forgiving, be loving, be kind, be compassionate. Others only say things that are hurtful if they are hurting. They only say things that are vengeful if they feel that they have been victimized. None of this, of course, is true. It's all a figment of our imagination in our mind. But the truth will be realized when we know the love of Christ. Perfect love casts out all fear. So this is my mantra today. Perfect love casts out all fear and creates joy. I discover joy as I live from my divinity. It isn't difficult. It simply takes practice so that the automaticity of ego thoughts and fear and separation begin to recede from my mind. That's the practice that I need to use every day. I practice joy. I practice dependence and communion with my higher power, which I call God. I practice every day letting go and letting God. I practice letting the truth and the light and the illumination shine on all darknesses in my mind and light them up. Darkness is the untruth. Light is the truth. I welcome the truth. I bring it to the forefront of my mind. This is a choice I make at conscious level. It also plants seeds at the unconscious level in my mind. Loving thoughts, light-filled thoughts are all abounding in my subconscious mind. And then, of course, these seeds come to fruition and they propagate what I'm experiencing in my life. Fullness, happiness, joy, bliss, all the good that I wish myself and I wish others. I have a prayer list. People on the list, I intend that they have everything that I want for myself as well. This is the golden rule in a sense. Be sure to have others obtain that which I want obtained in my life. Do unto others as you would have them do unto me. This rings true in my heart. It's not something that I feel, well, it's in a sacred book, so it must be true. Although sacred books are helpful, very helpful. What I find is that when I ask my higher power, which in my mind is very specific, there's an ascended master which I turn to, and I ask for the intuition, the guidance, the knowledge, and the wisdom to be used in my life as a transmitter of light. It works. Go into your own mind. Take a moment now and really, in the silence, which we'll take in a moment, look and see with your mind's eye who and what it is within you that guides you, that is your spiritual friend forever. Let's take a look. Breathing deeply. Looking within the mind's eye. Opening our spiritual ears and listening. Be still and know. There's a presence within us that loves us and guides us. It may have a specific name. It's calling to us. The name you hear is the authentic spirit guide in your life. It's been there all of your life, all of your lives, all of your lives to come. Thank the spirit guide. Encourage this spirit guide that you are open and willing to receive messages. Befriend your spirit guide. Thank your spirit guide. Share your spirit guide with those whom you love, whom you associate with, whom you find challenging, whom you've sought to avoid. Share the spirit guide's wisdom, vibration, and energy. It flows through your mind to their mind. Take a few more moments of introspection, filling the lungs and the heart and the mind and the body with spiritual breath, the Ruach of God, the One, Yahweh. And now coming out and back into the room. Slowly take in the sounds and the sights of the room and open your eyes. What did you feel? What did you experience? How was it for you? What insights did you have? Were they new? Were they refreshing, uplifting, enlightening? Did you feel enthused? Did you feel a creative energy lighting your mind up with projects, things to do, missions to accomplish, ministries to continue, healings to welcome as the light shines within the mind, the body, and the world? All this is for us to do. This is our function and purpose. It's why we're here. Please keep seeking your spiritual guide, asking, listening wholeheartedly. You will be told. More will be revealed to you as you open your heart. That is the truth. Well, let's go back and briefly reread some of the portions of today's reading in the Unity magazine. I discovered joy as I live from my divinity. That is the truth. There is no punishing God. There is no vengeful God. God is joy and bliss, happiness, peace, serenity. I turn my mind over to God, and I discover joy as I live from my divinity. I am one with God. God created me in His likeness and image. During a moment of darkness or uncertainty, I may touch with my joy my mind. Today I remember the joy of the Lord is my strength. I am the created. There is a creator. God, the Lord is my creator, infusing my mind with upliftment, with power, with light, with joy, with strength, with courage. Even if my attention is on an external concern, an event beyond my control, or a past I cannot change, I remain grateful for the spiritual tools to turn from darkness to light. So here I can turn away from the darkness towards the light. I like the metaphor of flowers. They turn towards the sun and receive the life-giving energy of the sun. My breath reminds me of the activity of God, because God is life flowing through me right now. I am a joyous child of the divine. How important is our breath? We certainly can't do without it for any small amount of time. Our breath is symbolic and a reflection of the life force that God instills within each and every one of us, and collectively as well. All past sentient beings, all present sentient beings, all beings to be in the future are one in God's mind, wholly loved, unconditionally loved, eternally. I am a joyous child of the divine. Well, in joy, I welcome new ideas, fulfill my creative nature, and am healed, prospered, and blessed. I love that sentence. In joy, I welcome new ideas, things I had never thought of before, but must have been within me as part of God. And as the darkness is diminished and the light is increased, the light shows me these ideas, shows me my creative nature. It helps to heal me at the mind level, at the body level, at the soul level. And I'm prospered and blessed, so that I have all that I need, all that I want, all that I desire to be shared with others, and all that they want, all they need, and all that they desire. Here is the circularity, if you will, the sharing in the great circle of atonement, atonement and atonement, enwonement and atonement, circle of atonement. In joy, I welcome new ideas, fulfill my creative nature, and am healed, prospered, and blessed. My outlook and attitude are cheerful and positive, because the light, the love, the comfort, and the grace of God are always mine, eternally. It's never stopped. Even in my lowest moments of consciousness, where I've turned away from my higher power, God, it's always been transmitted to me, waiting for me to turn back around to the light. It's never shut off or shut down. I simply have free will to turn towards external false idols. And when I finally realize that the external false idols have no power for me, everything is within my mind. And then I can co-create external circumstances, demonstrations, in furtherance of my joy, my peace, my prosperity, my blessings, my healings, and I share them with everyone. when the cares of my heart are many. Your complete consolation cheers my soul. From Psalms 94:19. Well, that concludes our reading from the Unity magazine, The Daily Word. It's a beautiful little publication, and I recently started receiving it again and have found it so helpful. I'm able to go in and start my morning with a daily reading. I have a personal experience to share. It's very interesting. Have you ever been on the internet with your headphones on and you're listening to a spiritual recording or video? And the recording or video suggests that you use headphones, and if you fall asleep, you're still going to be hearing the message, and it will be as effective as it needs to be. Well, I did this the other day with a channeled video. This was a channel of Jesus speaking through Gina, Gina Lake, Lake, and she's written several channeled books, of course. Well, she was reading from one of her channeled books, Jesus Speaks. And I was listening. I wasn't watching the video, of course. I was just listening and lying down, and I fell asleep. Well, I was dreaming. And in the dream, Gina was reading her book. It wasn't an external listening where I heard her as if I were awake and listening to her reading her book, Jesus Speaks. I had fallen asleep. I was in the unconscious mind, subconscious mind, and she was in my subconscious mind with me, reading from her book. That event, Gina reading from her book, Jesus Speaks, was depicted in my dream as a moving event. I remember listening to it in the dream. Every word came through clearly. So I was actually dreaming and channeling along with Gina. It's the only way I can explain it, because I wasn't in my conscious mind listening anymore. This didn't come through my ears as sounds. It came through my subconscious as an innate knowledge or message from Yeshua ben Yosef, as channeled by Gina Lake. Yeshua Speaks. I want to write to her if I can get her email address or a contact link and share with her what happened. I've never experienced that before. My actual dream was of Yeshua speaking to me through Gina at the subconscious level. And I knew every word that was being spoken. So often we hear, don't worry, if you fall asleep, your subconscious will register or record what's being said. And this was a direct experience for me of just that. Well, we're getting close to our time for the end of this particular episode. I just want to say how grateful I am that you're with us, that you took the time possibly to share the meditation that we did today, that the reading had a resonance in your heart and mind, that it has motivated you to possibly go further in your introspection, in your spiritual journey. We are light brothers and sisters all. And there's only one thing to do as part of the circle of atonement, and that is to function consistent with and in alliance with or alignment with God, Yeshua, Krishna, Buddha, all of the ascended masters. Find yours. Be as specific as you can. Let that light from Saint Michael or from the Eastern guides that come through in the Tao or in the Hindu faith. Be a bodhisattva. Listen to the Buddha who's speaking and recognizing you as a Buddha becoming. All of this is true. The names are less important, except in our own minds as we're growing and learning. It's helpful. I align with Yeshua ben Yosef. I know that he speaks to me. I know that he is my best friend forever. I know that I share the Christ in Yeshua ben Yosef. I am as well the Christ, as an integral and holographic part of God, the Creator. All of this is true. For you, for me, there are no exceptions. There are no exceptions because whatever anyone does, behaviorally, thought-wise, speaking, speech-wise, at the level of the conscious, can always be shown away by the light that comes from the subconscious Christ level. Redemption is real. Salvation is real. Ascension, resurrection is real. God doesn't pick and choose because God is unconditionally loving, filled with grace and granting grace to all. This is the truth. I understand that there are things in the world that seem unforgivable and horrific. But when we raise our consciousness to a point where we know the eternal soul is going through experiences and that this too shall pass, we can rest easy in knowing that God is in charge. God is functioning, clearing up, centering us, healing us, forgiving us, saving us, rebirthing us. So whatever may have happened has passed. And we let it go. And we know that the next moment is a moment in Christ Buddha. Well, again, thank you for watching. Thank you to the NECAT Network for posting these on YouTube as well as airing it on the NECAT Network. We're so grateful and thankful that you've joined us. And I hope you'll look for further episodes. But until then, let me just say from the heart, Namaste, Shalom, peace, blessings be with you. You are the one, I am the one. And together we say, so it is. Amen.